We've been coming out here all our life, just about. With our kids, we had a little clubhouse. And then we'd come out on weekends or holidays for camping. Then we thought, well, it'd be nice to live out here when you retired. So that's what we did. We like it. In my home, I had a lot of papers and newspaper clippings and things that I had saved up from over the years that I could draw my information from. And I thought I had enough things there that I could go ahead and write a book. The harder parts were dealing with my emotions at different parts. That was the harder part of it. I wasn't aware of it, of his problem, until my teenage daughter told me one day how her uncle had been talking to her about the enjoyment that he derived from molesting young boys. My brother was not the only problem, and that is what triggered me also, is that for a long time I was thinking it was Norman, and I was focusing on Norman. But then I started seeing other stories in the paper that other priests were doing this, and they were being handled the same way as Norman's was, and it was getting me very, very upset. I was this good Catholic, and I was trusting. I was told by a bishop or a priest not to worry about it. It wasn't mine to worry about. They were handling it. But I never saw that anything was happening for the victims. The victims were never, the victims had to take care of themselves. The church took care of itself and its predator clergy. It just made me angry. Maybe it was my upbringing, but to me, it was sinful. What's going on is just downright sinful. I was taught that if I committed a sin and I went to confession, I was forgiven for that sin, but I had to go out and make things right. If I stole something, I had to return it, or if I told a lie, you can't untell a lie, but you were supposed to try and make things right. If you hurt someone, you're supposed to apologize. Try to make it right. And these people were not making things right in any way, shape, or form. They're hurting these families terribly. And what were they doing about it? Nothing. They were ignoring the problems. They were ignoring the victims. And it just didn't sit with me. I just felt like something was terribly wrong, and I could not live with it like that. And then with it being my own brother having done it, I just couldn't, I couldn't go on living like that without doing something. I could not. And I had to speak out and say something. It was just, I don't know. It was just me, I guess. I just had to. In my mind, what they're doing is wrong. And I wish everybody would speak out about it. I would hope that Catholics would pick up the book and read it so that they could learn some facts that the church hierarchy isn't allowing them to hear on archdiocesan grounds right now. They won't let the victims come and speak to anybody, so they aren't hearing any of this stuff. They're very good at keeping all the information from reaching their ears. So this is a way that if they would get this book and read it, they would learn, they'd have their eyes opened a little bit, and they could do it in the privacy of their own home. And I would hope that my book would also encourage any other abuse survivors that might be out there still holding on to their dark secrets, that they would perhaps come forward and report their own abusers to the authorities. I want the message to get across to them that the shame isn't theirs, that it belongs to their abuser and to the church hierarchy. The silence has got to stop.